Hey, what's up everyone? Bdf coming at you with another video. So I'm in a very solid mood, very positive mood. Was able to get back with my buddy B out in Texas. Talked about that dream that I had. She had shared the message that I sent to her with her mother, and it was interesting because I had said in the dream I had seen that her mother had abnormally strong legs, right? And she said that when she gave her mother the message, she forwarded it to her. She said that the same day that I had that dream, her mom was considering starting to go down the path of her fitness journey. And that in the building that her mother lives in, her mother had actually went to the gym that day and was kind of staring at the machines, but wasn't actually sure if she wanted to start that process, maybe a little hesitant to really get on the machines. But was looking at them with a certain intention of starting that process. So I thought that was pretty fascinating. But I didn't take the dream as literally as that. And of course, I explained to you guys that I had a dream in the past that alluded to my mother kind of going through some difficulties. And this dream kind of spoke in that same language in a way. So it made me wonder if I was having another one of those prophetic type dreams. So yeah, we're still going to go over that a little further. Her mother's praying about it, and hopefully everything continues to work out in their lives. But it was good to hear from B, and that kind of gave me a little bit of pep in my step. And just considering that in my life right now, I just want to improve. I want to improve in some areas, smaller areas of character and in different behaviors and stuff like that I can just see I can improve upon. And I was talking to my buddy at the front desk just now. She was reminding me, there's a balance to have with looking at yourself and seeing a need for improvement, to also look at yourself and see that you already have made improvements, and from there also understanding that we can tend to bog our heads down with the need to improve, and it can also deter that process of improvement in whatever areas we're looking. So don't forget to be easy on yourself, pat yourself on the back, and be better in regards to being kind to yourself when considering pressuring yourself to be better. So that was a very positive and helpful exchange there. So it's going well my day so far. It's earlier than usual for what it is I often do on a laundry day, which this is, and room day, which this is. Got up. I think what it is I just moved through my exercise a bit faster than usual. I probably got out of bed at like 9 o'clock, but I think I got through all of my workout stuff probably within like 25 minutes or something like that. Showered and everything a little quicker than usual, and was down there to the laundry room by like 10:30. So my stuff is in the dryer and it's not even 12 yet. Usually these days I don't finish doing laundry till like 1:30. This is going to be done well before that. So it's time to live out my day. Right now I'm gonna go down to Target, secure what needs to be secured to pay for the room, grab a few small things, and head back, hopefully in time to get the laundry out. But I'm pretty sure I need to get the laundry out in like 25 minutes. So I'm gonna be a little late with that. But it's going well. The day is going well. I feel good. I feel stronger. I guess that's what I can say. Physically stronger, specifically. Push-ups coming back around. Added a few reps to the things that I've been doing. So looking forward to the basketball game tonight between the Pacers and the Knicks. That first game was incredible. I don't expect this game to match it, but that seems like to be the more entertaining series. That Minnesota OKC series is looking like a wash. But yeah, man, just want to I want to improve. That I think there are certain things that I could be doing, just polishing up my behavior, just in certain areas. And I know that I can do that. And so that's what's been on my mind, asking the Lord to help me. Like, hey, I can sharpen up here, I can sharpen up there too. And talking to God about it, he was essentially sending me the energy of I got your back on that. What you may be looking at it a little more crucially than maybe the Lord is, that kind of thing. It's like for me, I guess, is to wait for God to tell me when there's areas of improvement and trust that he'll let me know when I'm doing something wrong. But like for me, it's like I know when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know when my spirit is not necessarily where it needs to be. And while I think my spirit is where it needs to be, I think there's certain things that I had happen this week that I didn't handle great. That's what I think. And so God was essentially saying, it ain't what you think. You're being a little harder on yourself than you need to be. But it's still healthy, I think. So I meditated a lot this week. Meditated a lot last night, asking the God to help me with different things and help me see things the right way, and to be fine with the way things are right now, which kind of aligns, ironically enough, without even thinking too much about it, what it is that essentially this is all about, which is you're doing fine. You're not doing bad. You're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. We're not striving for perfection. Let's maintain what it is we're doing right and be pleased with that. And I guess the prayer that I was praying last night is, I would like things to be better in my life at any given moment, not just specifically to the right now, but at every moment in my life. I would like things to be better. I would like for me to have a little more, be able to do a little more for others, or be a little more conditioned for the type of losses that I've taken, or for the losses that could be ahead, more ambitious to accomplish certain things, a little more comfortable in my own skin as to welcome certain things that maybe I shy away from. Just in general, having had the therapy session I had this week, it's always going to be some reflection on behavior and stuff like that that's incorporated just off of the nature of that. But essentially what I was asking for is to be okay with the way things are. Certain aspects of my life, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, man, I'm actually pretty happy with where I'm at with certain things. There are certain things that I would like to see improve, but as I assess those things, boy, are they fantastic right now. I just have higher expectations for what I want them to turn into. But if this is all it's going to be, first let me say this is good and I'm happy with it. And furthermore, that I want to reinforce that I feel that way as I continue in this era of my life, in this journey. You want things to get better. You want things to improve. You want things to, just evolve into what it is that you're dreaming they would be. But sometimes in the process of your life, while we're always looking to improve, you can actually find yourself in an era of your life that is really good and not be able to appreciate it properly because of the interest of always wanting things to improve or evolve or get better or turn into something greater than they are. Now, there are times in your life where you want things to get better because they're not very good. There are times when you want things to get better because you're tired of the way they are. That kind of thing. But what the Lord was helping me see last night in my meditation was that is not what's going on. When I assess what I got going on, I'm very happy with certain things. Certain things are going good in certain areas that I want to see improve. So it's like, if they don't get any better, help me bask in the understanding that this is nice. These areas of my life are good. They are good. And if life gets worse from here, to have to deviate or exit this would not be so good at all, to say the least. I think that's a redundancy, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, if things were not to get better, I would have wanted to appreciate how they were right now. There have been times in my life where I may have had a job, car, my own place, but I was struggling with some internal stuff that made that era not so good. Or I was struggling with the environment, people that I was around that I would prefer get out of my life. You know what I mean? Or maybe I had just been through something that I had to recover from, whatever. A lot of times in my life when things were stable, and you guys who've been following me remember, things might have been good based on me having what I needed, but I wasn't good because I wasn't engaging in the right energy. I didn't have the relationship with God that I was trying to get. I had a weed problem that was eating up all my money. These type of, when I was doing well, I wasn't doing well. That's basically what it comes down to. A good portion of the time when I had everything together, I was going through something terrible, or trying to heal from something terrible, or engaging in bull crap that didn't, exalt the Lord, or, you know what I'm saying? It took going through what I just went through to get me to a place where on the inside, I'm doing good. And so to say that I've had it all together at any given point where both the inside and the outside has been great, I can't say I've experienced that. I can't say I've experienced that. I'm not doing great on the outside. I don't have a car. I don't have my own place. I'm not in a loving relationship. I'm not involved in different things that ultimately bring a lot of money my way or whatever the heck would be considered great. But my relationship with God is good. I'm surrounded by people I enjoy being around when I come back to this place. I'm in the environment I most appreciate, going back home to Hollywood every other day, walking around my old neighborhood where I was raised often. I am so much happier right now than I was at any time I was at Lennox, with the exception of the manufactured happiness of feeding all of my demons and vices at times for which I did. Isolated, smoking weed, lusting, type stuff like that. Yeah, I was happy with that stuff because it supplemented the fact that I didn't have a good spirit about myself. I wasn't feeling good about myself. So I would have all those things to make up for it, but they didn't bring about any positive results. This is me who doesn't have as much. Clear of mind, meditating, praying, surrounded by people I appreciate being around, still having a space to myself from which to live, not sharing my time, my space with anyone as far as my living space, which is how I appreciate it. You know, no weed habit. I'm in a much better space than I was when I had my life together. I'm a happier person on the inside than I was when I had my life together. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can ever put both of them, if I could ever have both at the same time, I'll really be kicking. And maybe I'm on my way to having that somehow. And maybe some of the things that are still not quite right with me are keeping me from having those things. But where I'm at right now, when I look around and I see where I'm at, I'm having more good days than bad days. I'm more self-disciplined. I'm more at peace with the human being that I am. I look back on the last few years of my life and I see production, productivity, works, progression in the things that I've spent time in doing. You know, productivity, something that I did not feel I had when I had my car, when I had a job, when I had my own place. Because I wasn't seeing improvement. I was in a loop. So it gets to a point where you look at God and say, I wish I had certain things in place. But I'm happier today than I may have been in many, many years. And that doesn't mean I can't be happier. That doesn't mean I'm satisfied. That don't mean I'm where I want to be or where I want to go, or that everything in my life is as I want it to be. But there does come a time when you have to stop and smell the roses and say, but boy, are things pretty damn good. And so that's really where it is for me. I got a chance to really think about that last night. I was thinking about some of the stuff that I do appreciate. I'm like, man, this is about as good as it's gotten. That is great. That is pretty good. I'm definitely happy being able to do this. That I wasn't able to when I had my own place. I wasn't able to feel as healthy, walking around and getting fresh air, feeling as comfortable in my own skin, not confined to the four walls I was living in. I was holding my shares, trying to fight the good fight. It wasn't manifesting into anything, and I was sacrificing stuff I probably shouldn't have been forced to sacrifice. You know, I dress better now because I'm able to kind of be more at peace with spending money rather than just putting it all into an investment account. I'm starting to save money better now than I was when I first got in this situation. I'm eating a little better now. I'm healthier physically in that way. It's a lot of stuff that has improved over the course of the last 6 months. And I think it starts with continuous prayer, and even furthermore, just looking back and saying it started even further back in starting to work on myself and work on some of these areas for which I'm starting to see the fruit and paying off of, so to speak, starting to pay off some of the work I put in last year and the year before that. So That's really what it is, man. Mind, body, and soul. Sometimes you may have it all together and you still ain't whole. Sometimes you may not have as much, but suddenly you look around and you're much happier than you were when you had it all. And you know, to continue to believe it gets better even when you have some pitfalls or some setbacks or whatever. It does. Life can improve just like it can get worse, but your outlook will really determine how you handle it. And so that's what I'm trying to have, is a positive outlook. Get worn down sometimes. You guys know that. We talk about these things, but you know, at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, life could be a lot worse. And because it's not worse, I thank God. Bdf 44. I thank you for watching. Wow.